Good morning everyone and welcome back to our channel Learn Forward Feather Cap. Today we will be learning the chapter number 6 integers of class 6. So let's start. So before we start the chapter, let me ask you, what are natural numbers? What are natural numbers? Natural numbers are those which start with 1, 2, 3, 4 and they go up till infinity, right? What are whole numbers? Whole numbers are those which start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and they go up to infinity. Now what are integers? Have you ever noticed any negative number in your real life? Think about it. Have you ever came across any situation where you have seen negative number? Minus 2, maybe minus 4, minus 10, minus 15, minus 40. Think of an example. Okay. Such an example is temperature. You must have noticed in the coldest area, let's suppose in the North Pole, right? Or in India, if we talk about Kashmir, Manali, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Ladakh, all these states are having a very cold temperature usually. And the temperature even falls below 0 degree. Let's suppose minus 5 degrees Celsius, minus 20 degrees Celsius, and even in Ladakh minus 40 degrees Celsius, right? So in our real day-to-day life also, we came across many situations where we see the negative numbers. Now the combination of positive number 0 and negative number all together forms our chapter integers. Fine. So this was the introduction of our chapter. Fine. The idea of oppositeness. Okay. Let's play one game. If I say any word to you, you need to find out the opposite of that. If I say ascending, the opposite is descending. Fine. If I say right, the opposite is left. If I say above, you will say below, right? If I say up, you will say down. If I say forward, you will say backward. So whenever we see any opposite situation, we can define it as positive or negative. Let's suppose I talk about the steps forward. If I take 3 steps forward, it's plus 3. If I take 2 steps back, it's minus 2, right? In keeping his account, a businessman also has 2 ways scale in mind. He may have losses as well as gain. Let's suppose you are a business owner. Let's suppose you are Jethalal Gada running electronic shop. Fine, you must have seen the Tarak Mehta, right? Let's suppose Jethalal in the month of Diwali, whenever the Diwali comes or Eid festival or Christmas, any festival comes up, he offers some discount and earns a maximum profit. Whereas in some of the month like in May, June, or you can say in the off season where the business is not so good, there are chances he might earn some loss or incur some loss. Fine. So in business, if you are having profits, it's positive. If you are having loss, it's negative, right? In this game, Rahul and Jay always start at 0. Now let's suppose these are 2 kids who are standing at position 0. Now whichever way Rahul goes, Jay goes opposite way. If Rahul is going toward the left, Jay will go toward the right. Rahul went 3 steps to the left. Rahul went 3 steps left. From 0, he went minus 1, minus 2 and on minus 3. Whereas Jay went 3 steps to the right. 1, 2 and he is at 3. Fine. So whenever we talk about the opposite thing, we can say one is positive and another is negative. Same way, your direction, north and south, east and west, these are some of the examples. Now, I have already told you that the positive numbers, now if you observe this number line also, from 1 to infinity, it's a positive number. From minus 1 to minus infinity, as we go right side, we can reach up to infinity. As we move toward the left side, we can reach up to minus infinity, right? Positive numbers negative numbers and 0, because 0 is neither positive nor it's a negative number, it's a neutral number. The combination of plus, minus and 0 numbers are called integers. Fine. Your next topic is predecessor and successor. You have already done it in your previous classes in whole number or natural number chapters. If I ask you what is the predecessor of 72, think, what is the predecessor of 72? The answer is 71. How do we calculate it? Whenever we want to find out the predecessor, we do the -1. Answer is 71. If I ask you what is the successor of 13, successor, that means someone is succeeding you. It's, what is the successor of 13? If we add +1, for successor we always add 1. The answer is 14. This you have already done in your chapter whole numbers. Now, whenever we talk about the predecessor and successor in integers, the number can be the -1. How do we find it? We have learned about predecessor and successor of number. Let us learn about the predecessor and successor of negative numbers. Look at the number strip given below. We have one strip in which numbers are written from -10 to 10. Now if I ask you what is the predecessor of 4, the answer is 3. What is the successor of 6? Answer is 7. For predecessor we move toward the left side, for successor we move toward the right side. So if I ask you what is the predecessor of -4, think, what is the predecessor of -4? If you are thinking the answer is -3, then you are wrong. The thing is, when you want to find out the predecessor, you move toward the left side. So the predecessor of -4 is -5, because -5 is lesser than -4. Fine. If I ask you what is the successor of -9, successor of -9, answer is -8. We shift toward the right side. Fine. Integers, I have already told you, positive number, negative number plus 0 are called the integers. Okay, there is one more definition to it. If I say, okay, natural number 1 to infinity, if I add natural number and 0, it will become a whole number. And if I add whole number and negative number, they all will form the integers. Fine. Representation of integers on a number line. Now how we can represent any integer on number line? For example, -4 is marked on the number line. How can we mark -4? First of all, we draw the number line. At the center we write the 0. Now we see whether the number is positive or negative. Here the question is -4, that means it's a negative number. So for negative number, where we will move? To the right side or toward the left side? Correct, the answer is left side. So we'll go -1, -2, -3 and -4. So -4 is here on number line. Same way, if the question is asking you to put +5, now we'll move the right side from 0 to 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here we are having 5. Fine. Now next topic is absolute value of integers. Now what do you mean by absolute? Absolute value of an integer is its numerical value irrespective of its sign. We don't consider the sign. Fine. If I say I am 30 kilo, the distance between, okay, for example, if I say the distance between Rahul and Amit is 30 kilometer. Both were moving in this direction. Fine. If I say the distance between Rahul and Amit is 30 kilometer and both are moving in this direction. So can I say Rahul is behind Amit? Amit is already ahead. So Rahul is 30 kilometers away, you can behind from Amit, fine. But if I say Amit is here and Rahul is here, now who is behind? Amit is behind. So what we are actually doing, we are not seeing whether it's a negative or positive number or positive or negative number. We are only seeing the value of the number. Let's suppose, okay, the symbol of the absolute is this standing bars. This is the sign of absolute. Whenever the number goes inside it, let's suppose -3. -3 read as absolute value of -3. How do we read it? We read absolute value of -3 and the answer is 3. Fine. We can read this also. The distance of -3 from 0 from the number line, it can be seen that the distance of both -3 and 3 is 0. If I am at 0 and the number is -3, how far it is? 1, 2, 3. 3 steps. How far is 3? 1, 2, 3. So it doesn't matter whether it's a negative number or a positive number, they both are at equal distance from 0. So the absolute value of -3 is 3 and the absolute value of 3 is also 3. Fine. Ordering of integers. Ordering means to put them in an order. Let's suppose whenever your teacher takes the attendance, right? She doesn't say out your names randomly. Rajat, Shilpi, Preeti, Kajal, Jyotsna, Jyoti, right? She don't take the random names. What she do? She maintain her register in a chronological order, alphabetical order, like in your dictionary, like Akash, Aman, Bridge, Chahat, Daksh. So alphabetically she write down the names and then she takes the attendance. Likewise we write the counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Same way we will learn how to order the integers. Fine. For example, A, 4 is greater than 1 since 4 is to the right side of 1. Whichever number is in the right side will be the greater number. Fine. For this ordering and comparison of integers, okay, for ordering and comparison of integers, let me give you a very basic and very good example how we can do these questions very easily. If I ask you, I am on the 10th floor and you are on the 6th floor. I am on the 10th floor, you are on the 6th floor. Who is on the more height? Who is at the more height from the ground level? Who is above? Me or you? Me. Because I am at 10th floor and you are at 6th floor. Fine. If I say I am on 10th floor and you are on 12th floor, then whose height will be greater? Yours, because you are on the 12th floor. The floor which is on 12th will be of higher height, right? Let's suppose I am on the floor 5 and you are on the floor 1. Then whose height will be greater? I am at more height. If I say I am at height 3 and you are on ground level 0, who is above? Me. If I say I am on floor -2, that means from 0 to the basement, -1, -2, -3, -4, it will go up to infinity. In the malls, you must have seen whenever you park your car generally in the basements. Then you board a lift, then you go in the food court or the wherever you want to go. So the ground floor is 0, then first, second, third, fourth. Whichever number is at higher position will be greater. Now -1, -2, -3, -4. So whichever number is greater will be above of that. Fine. Let us read some of the example. 3 and -4. Which floor is above, 3 or -4? The answer is 3, because 3 is above 0 and -4 will be below the 0. -4, -6. -4, -6. Whichever is which one is greater? Now think you are on 0 floor. -1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Minus 5, minus 6. So who is above? Minus 6 or minus 4? Correct. Answer is minus 4. Minus 3 or 3? Minus 3, 3. Obviously the 3 is greater. Also there is one observation that all positive integers are always greater than all negative integer. Positive number will be always greater than the negative one. Fine. You can do this question by putting on the number line as well. What they have done? They have put minus 4 on number line. They have put 3 on number line. Now we'll see which is the number which is on right side. The number 3 and minus 4. Which one is on right side? 3. So 3 will be greater. Fine. You can use number line as well, or you can use number line has a restriction. We can draw the number line maximum by 15 or 20 numbers. But if the number comes up minus 272, okay, if the number comes up minus 258 and minus 349, obviously it's not possible to draw it on number line. Then you will analyze by the lift example. From 0, where I will reach first? Minus 258, then minus 349. So which one is at above? 258. So minus 258 is greater than minus 349. Clear? Write the integer in the ascending order and descending order. So for ascending means to ascend, to achieve more heights from 0 to upper level. Ascending is smaller to great. Minus 5, 0, 1, minus 4, 6. Now imagine which floor is at the lowest point. Which floor is at lowest point? Minus 5, 0, 1, minus 4, 6. The answer is minus 5. Minus 5 will be lower. Above that, minus 4. First one is minus 5. Then, which floor will come? Minus 4. Then, 0 will come. Then, 1 will come. And finally, the 6th floor will come. So, this is the easiest way to write down the number in ascending or descending order. Fine? Or you can do it by arranging them in the number line. Now you can see from left to right the number are increasing, so it's ascending order. And if the question asks you to arrange it in descending order, you will just simply flip your answer. 6, 1, 0, minus 4, minus 5. The answer will be descending order. With the help of number line, find all the integers from minus 4 to 3. Now, this one is quite interesting. You can draw the number line as well, or you can think of the lift also. With the help of number line, find out what are the integers which lie from minus 4 to 3. Now, I have drawn a number line. It's minus 4 and 3. Which are the numbers which are between them? Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. Now, how many integers are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 integers are there. Fine. Okay. There is one English tricky part over here that you can see. The integers from minus 4 to 3. If I say from this to this, then we'll include the numbers minus 4, minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Because the question is saying integers from minus 4 to minus 3. That means we are starting from minus 4 and we are ending at 3. Fine. But if the question asks you what are the integers between them, then we will answer minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. So it's a tricky part. This might be confusing in your exams as well. Do pay attention to the word from and between. If from is written, do include the end parts. If it's only between, then only choose the between numbers. Let us do exercise number 1. Write the opposites of the following. Minus 217. Opposite will be plus 217. Now there is one trick. You can write plus 217 or you can simply write 217. It's the same thing, because 217 can either be negative or positive. For negative we put a minus sign, for positive we can write down plus 217 or 217, same thing. 50 kilometer north, opposite is 50 kilometer south. Losing weight, gaining weight, right? Increase in population, decrease in population. 10 degrees Celsius below 0 degree, 10 degrees Celsius above 0 degree. Walking forward 10 steps, walking backward 10 steps. So this was the small question. Write the integers for the following statement. Okay, now we need to analyze where we'll be putting plus or we'll put the minus. 89 meter above sea level. Above, that means it's a height, we'll write plus 89. Spending 2500. Spending, that means these are your expenses. Whenever we spend money, we give away the money. So it's a minus, your money is going. It's minus 2500. Fine. I believe these are simple questions that you can practice by yourself also. Now these concepts we have already covered in the above concept. So you can do this exercise by yourself. Comparison you can do, ascending, descending you can do, list down you can do. Okay, fine. Now coming to our next topic, addition of integers. You already know how to add the numbers. Let's suppose you are having 2 Dairy Milk chocolate and 3 Kit Kat chocolate. How many total chocolates do you have? 2 plus 3, 5, right? So the same way we will be learning how to add the numbers in integers. Case 1, 2 positive integer or 2 negative integers. Now we'll see whenever we add 2 positive or 2 negative integer, what is our result? Add plus 3 and plus 4. That means you have 3 blocks and 4 blocks. And if you join them, how many blocks you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks. Right? Example 5, add minus 3 and minus 6. How we are showing the negative number? By coloring the cube. 3 cubes are there, 6 cubes are there. When we join them, total 9 cubes are there. But they all are pink cubes only. So minus 3 plus minus 6 equal to 9. Now let us learn or understand how do we get these numbers. Let's suppose in the first example, you are on 3rd floor. You are on 3rd floor and you are going plus 4. Then your 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. When you boarded the lift and went 4 floor above, where you will reach? From 3rd to 4, 5, 6, 7. You will reach on 7th floor. But when you are on minus 3, let's suppose you are on minus 3 floor, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, and you want to get down 6 floor more. Let me write down the counting first. Minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, minus 7, minus 8, minus 9, minus 10, minus 11. Fine. You are on minus 3 floor. You want to get down how many floor? 6. Why down? Because minus is written. Fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where you will reach? Minus 9. So we say whenever the signs are same, plus plus, minus minus, we don't see the sign. We just put the sign of the number whichever is given to us and we simply add them. Like 3 plus 4, 7, 3 plus 6, 9. But since both were negative, we put minus 9. Got it? Next, 1 positive and 1 negative. Now how we'll say this? 1 positive, 1 negative. Let us consider a simple concept of minus 1 plus 1. 1 is plus 1, then it's minus 1. The answer will be 0. Why? Because if I am giving you 1 toffee and I am taking it back, I gave you one toffee and took it back. How many toffees do you have? 0. Fine. Second example, 8 minus 3. 8 minus 3. I guess you all can do it. It's a simple question. The answer is 5. Let's suppose you are having 8 toffees and you gave me 3. How many you are left with? 5. It's a simple question that you already know. But if I say minus 7 plus 4, now we don't know how to solve this. Minus 7 plus 4. Again, let us see how the answer comes up and how we can solve it. Fine. Let's suppose you are on floor minus 7. You want to go 4 floors above. That means minus 6, minus 5, minus 4, minus 3. Where you will reach? Minus 3. Practically also you are understanding. You are on minus 7th floor and you want to go 4 floor above, where you will reach minus 3rd floor. Now how do we solve this? We say plus minus or minus plus, because signs are opposite, it's always a minus. Here also plus minus, it's a positive 8, right? Plus minus minus. 8 minus 3, 5 is your answer. Now here plus minus minus. 7 minus 4, 3. But how do we analyze which sign we need to put? Because here the answer is minus 3. We cannot write down 3. We put the sign of the greater number. If I ask in 8 and 3, don't see the minus. In 8 and 3, which one is greater? 8. So 8 is positive, your answer will be positive. In 7 and 4, which one is greater? 7. The sign of 7 is minus. We always put the sign of greater number. The answer is minus 3. And this answer matches to our practical example. Right? I guess you are able to do these questions. Let us do one extra question for your practice. Let us see how many of you understood the concept. Minus 21 plus 16. Find out the answer. Minus 21 plus 16. I'm counting till 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and last 5. Okay. So how many of you got the answer 5? You are incorrect. How many of you got the answer minus 5? You are correct. See, plus minus, since both are opposite numbers, plus minus minus. 21 minus 16, how much is this? 5. Which sign will put of the greater number? Which one is greater, 16 or 21? 21. Since 21 is negative, our answer will also be a negative number. So the answer is minus 5. Now let us do addition of integers using number line. You have already done the addition of whole numbers on number line. Same way we'll do the additions of the integers. Find the solution of the following. Minus 5 plus 10. Now you are already at which floor? Minus 5. Fine. You are already at minus 5. We are at minus 5 and we want to go 10 positive. That means we will shift toward the right side. How many steps will take? 10. Now we are at minus 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Where we have reached? 5. Fine. Next, 0. We are at 0. Plus 5. That means we are going toward the right side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are at 5. Minus 1. We are at minus 1. Okay, we are at minus 1. We want to go plus minus 7. That means actually what we are doing, we are adding minus 7 to it. Minus 7. That means we will go toward the left side. How many steps? 7 steps. We are at minus 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Where we have reached? Minus 8. Fine. Now D, we are at minus 1. Okay, we are at minus 1. We are going 2 steps negative. That means 1, 2. Where we have reached minus 3. Now we are taking 3 steps more negative. 1, 2, 3. Where we have reached minus 6. So this is an easy way to calculate your answers. Fine. Add the following without using number line. Now the question comes up where number line cannot be drawn because the number are quite larger. 13 plus minus 9. Okay, let's just wait for a second. Okay. So let me tell you one more thing also. How do we open the brackets? Let's suppose in this first question it's 13 plus minus 9. 13 plus minus 9. Now let us learn how to open the bracket. Plus minus, if whenever the different sign comes up, it's always a negative. Plus plus, it will be plus. Whenever we are opening the bracket, I am telling you, minus minus is also plus. Plus minus is minus. Minus plus is minus. Do recall these things. Whenever the same signs are there, the bracket will open and the answer will be positive. But whenever the signs are opposite, you open the bracket, the answer will be negative. Now in this question plus minus, since the signs are different and I am opening the bracket, the answer will be negative. Then 13 minus 9, answer is 4. Fine. Let us do one more question. Minus 250 plus 150. Same sign, plus plus plus. Minus 250 plus 150. Plus minus, minus 250 minus 150, 100. Sign of greater number. Since 250 is greater, the answer is minus 100. So this way you can solve your answers. Fine. Using the number line, write the integers which is 6 more than minus 5. Fine. Now 6 more than minus 5. First we are at which place? Minus 5. 6 more, that means we will need to add something. When we add something, we move toward the right side. How many times? 6 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Where we have reached? 1. So the answer is 1. 4 less than minus 1. Where we are at minus 1. 4 less, that means we need to move toward the left side. 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Where we have reached? Minus 5. So this is the simple question that you can do by yourself also. Additive inverse of an integer. Now let us understand what is additive inverse. A number b is said to be the additive inverse of the number a if a plus b is 0. In a simple language, if I say inverse, what do you mean by inverse? Inverse it. Inverse means to do the opposite or undo something. Ulta karna, right? When we do ulta of something, we say it's a inverse. When I say I gave you 5 chocolates and I took it back again, I undo my steps. Fine, I inversed it. I went to the shop, I purchased 2 registered, then I changed my mind and I return it back. It's a inverse. I did something and I again flipped it, changed my mind. So if I say I have 5 toffees, let's suppose you gave me 5 toffees and then you took it back. Took it back means you again took it from me minus 5. And whenever we add them, okay, let's suppose I am having 5 toffees and you took it back. That means minus 5 is equal to 0. But the question is saying additive. What should be added? So how can I write this? What should be added to 5 so that the answer is 0? What should be added? Minus 5. Opposite of it. It's a positive 5. Additive inverse is opposite, minus 5. Now plus minus. Minus, I told you whenever you want to open the bracket, if the signs are opposite, the answer is minus. 5 minus 5 is 0. Fine. So additive inverse of 7 is minus 7. Additive inverse of minus 11 is 11. If it's a positive number, the negative number is additive inverse. If it's a negative number, positive number is the additive inverse. Fine. Find the answer of the following addition. You can do these questions by yourself also, with or without number lines. We have already done these concepts. Now subtraction of integers. The same way you have done the addition, you can do the subtraction as well. Subtracting using the number line minus 1 minus minus 3. Now let us first read how to solve it. Minus 1 minus minus 3. Fine. Minus minus, I told you whenever we want to open the bracket and the signs are same, minus minus, we write minus 1 plus 3. Minus minus plus. Now plus minus, minus, 3 minus 1, 2, sign of which number greater? 3 is greater than 1, 3 is positive, the answer will also be the positive. Now let us see, we are on at point, okay, subtract using the number line using minus 1 minus minus 3. So minus 1, add 3 to it, 1, 2, 3, you reach 2. Fine. So this way you can do these subtraction questions. Example 13, subtract minus 4 from minus 10. That means we need to subtract minus 4 from minus 10. Minus 10, subtract which number? Minus 4. We need to subtract minus 4 from minus 10. Now minus 10, minus minus, plus, because I want to open the bracket. Now calculate. Plus minus, minus. 10 minus 4. Answer is 6. Sign of greater number. 10 is greater or 4? 10. 10 is negative. So answer will also be the negative. Answer is minus 6. Fine. You can subtract these numbers from the exercise as well using number line or not. Let us do one example question 2, C part over here. Fill in the blanks by putting greater, smaller or equal to sign. 16 plus 10, answer is 26. 16 plus 10, answer is 26. Come on the right side. It's written 10 minus minus 16. So first of all, what we will do, we will remove the bracket. Minus minus plus. Now both are positive number. 10 plus 16, answer is 26. That means both the sides are equal. So the answer of C part is equal. Fine. Now let us do the C part, or Let us do the D part because it has the absolute value as well. Fine. Okay, 19 plus absolute value of minus 4, it's 41 minus minus 20 plus minus 60. Fine, do it yourself. Okay, so this was the question given to us. 19. First of all, minus 41 will come out of the absolute and it will be 41, because what was the meaning of absolute? Do not see the sign, just put simply the number. Minus 20 plus minus plus minus minus 60. Now 19 plus 41, answer is 60. Fine. Minus minus, we are solving these two. Minus minus plus 20 plus 60, 80. Sign of which number greater? That is minus. Now 60 minus 80 plus minus, minus 80 minus 60, 20. Sign of which number? Which one is greater? 80 is greater. Answer is minus 20. So I believe the concept of integers are clear to you. We have studied what are integers, how do we place them on number line, how do we compare them, how do we add them, how do we subtract them. So do the practice of all these questions. Ask your doubts to your teachers, your friends. Fine. I hope you will do all these questions by yourself. And again, I am also repeating, do practice all these kind of activities. They actually enhance your practical approach toward the chapters. Fine. So enjoy your day, take care of yourself, and happy learning.